I'm going to show roughly the GUI design that we have developed based on electromagnetic. But before that, theoretically we know that there are two different types of wave for the electromagnetic wave propagation, which is the electric fields and also the magnetic fields. In this design, basically we are trying to simulate and indicate the behavior of the electromagnetic waves. So for this GUI, we need to design the figure, this one, and also by using the editor sections, we can create a functionality which is required in the design. Here in our design, we use toggle button. We also use the sliders, and there is some axes here. We have used 3 axes here. And for the editor sections, mostly we are going to change on the callback based on the figure itself. And this callback button, this callback editing enables us to set instructions such as when we press the button, it will call back all the functions that we have set, and this function is such example is to plot the graph and to change the degree of value for the behavior of the graph itself. So let's run After we run the GUI, we can see here there is a button. So when we press this button, the graph will plot the electromagnetic waves, which is representing the electrical and magnetic fields. And these set fields, here we can change the value. If we want to observe only the magnetic fields, we change the value 0, 1, and we want to observe the electrical fields, we can change the value, and we can see here this is the electrical fields propagation only. You also can change the height of the wave itself, just like this, by changing this value here. So when we go back, we can see this is the circular representing the polarization of the wave. Right now it is LHCP, which is rotating anti-clockwise, and when we change to the RHCP, it will propagate rotating to clockwise direction. And when we change the degree, you can see we can do some observation here based on the degree sections. The graph would change the behavior. Okay, this is for this part. And for the toggle button, we're going to show the plot graph for both of the electrical and magnetic fields, which is a better version of clearer version. You can see here the red line representing the magnetic fields and the blue line representing the electric fields. And this propagation of waves would be affected by the frequency. Here we can set the frequency based on what we want. And this is all roughly based on our design. Here I will explain a little bit about the programming or the flows for the editing part. For the GUI, the first one we are using the slider callback function to change the value of the graph plotted, and for the toggle button callback we use for the start or stop button to initiate the plotting graph. And this last one is for the toggle button for the second version of graph representing the electric fields and the magnetic fields. And this is basically what we do in this project, and we hope that by using this GUI, a better understanding based on the electromagnetic waves can be achieved. That's all. Thank you.